Let's talk chicken. Good. Had to look at the clock. Afternoon, everybody. So, let's talk chicken. So, as we all know, I'm trying to eat down my chest freezer. One of the things were in there was one of my 3 chickens. That chicken was $8.63, which is, if you're in Canada, that's a phenomenal price for a chicken. Just saying. But what I want to do is we're going to roast this chicken tonight. Now we're going to have part of it for dinner. Probably the legs and the thighs. I'm really not 100% sure. But this week we have actually 2 dinners planned with that chicken. So all I did, a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm going to pop it in the freezer. I'm going to pop it in the oven. And then we're going to make dinner tonight for dinner number 1. Dinner number 2 is in a couple of days. And a minimum of at least 2 lunches out of that 1 chicken. Maybe 3 lunches. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so the chicken is cooked. And yeah, it's not crispy. There was a reason. Because we're going to use it for multiple recipes. So tonight, we're going to have these fabulous looking little drumsticks right there. You see all that fabulous chicken flavor? That's not going to go to waste. Okay, so I got some of the Brussels sprouts out of the freezer. Grabbed 3 potatoes that I'm just going to lump into chunks because, you know, doesn't need to be fancy to be tasty. That's the way I look at it anyway. There we go. And like I said, we're not going to waste all the tastiness that's in that pan. Now, it's not all fat. There's a lot of actual chicken broth in there too from the chicken. And of course, we'll put a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, and the ever-present parsley. Yeah, I know. I'm a creature of habit. A little bit of black pepper. And a little bit of salt. Give them a bit of a mixy-mixy. There we go. Of course, the Brussels sprouts are frozen, so it kind of put that chicken broth to instant jelly. Look at that. All right. Let me wash up and then let's roll this up. So this was just the tin foil that was on top of the chicken. So the 2 chicken drumsticks and legs are going to go there. But I'm going to put the veggies in the oven. And then we'll continue on with this dinner. And this will be meal 1. Hopefully out of at least 4 from one $8 chicken. Okay guys, we are still eating the freezer. And we're still eating that chicken. So technically, we actually got an extra lunch out of it because there were so many veggies that we had cooked that Fred actually finished my chicken thigh and fries for lunch yesterday. But today, like I said, we're still eating down the freezer. We're using up that cilantro lime, yeah, speaking again, riced cauliflower. So we're actually using this as rice. Some of that shredded chicken. 4 tortillas that were in the freezer. And we're also going to use some cheese. And we're also going to use some black beans. But what we're going to do is we're making the most un-Mexican baked burrito that you've ever seen in your life. So, let's get this dinner made up so all we have to do is warm it up later for supper. Now, like I said, this is like totally not Mexican. Mexican inspired, maybe, I guess, but that's about it. Like authentic Mexican food. Oh my gosh. If you live somewhere where there's like authentic Mexican food, oh, seriously, jump all over that bandwagon, I'm telling you. All right, those right there, that's our cauliflower. You can see all that fabulous cilantro in there. Here's our Sprague food, black beans. Now, if I had a thought about it previous to what I was gonna make, I would have actually just cooked up some of the black beans that I have, but I totally just didn't even think about it. I have black beans. I could have been using some of the dried beans, but Sprague Foods to the rescue. Now, this is a taco blend that we made up quite a while ago. Now, this is one that I don't use very often, and it was a huge recipe. That's one. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons in. There we go. This is just to give it a little bit more flavor for this part. There we go. Now we're not, the cauliflower, it's cooked. The beans are cooked. I'm just kind of using this so I can get that flavor kind of into everything. It does smell really good. It does. I'm just saying. Throw some fresh tomatoes and some avocado on this. I could eat this out of a bowl. 1, I don't have avocados. And 2, I only have a couple of fresh tomatoes on our plant over by the window. All right. There we go. I'm going to let this get cool, and then we'll put all these together with the chicken and the cheese, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it. So another thing we're prepping for is one of our other meals, which is that chicken carcass. Now, all the juices, the fats, everything that was in the roast pan was in that bowl. So let me grab a bowl full of water. There we go. So we're going to let this cook until I start work later. We'll strain it out. And then tomorrow morning, we'll pick all the little meats off and we'll actually continue with that meal, because we're just going to make a simple chicken and rice soup. Why not? Tastes good. We have lots of tasty carrots in the freezer, which will make it even better. So this will be meal number 3 from the one chicken. Okay, let's see if we can make something that may or may not taste good. The whole point is we're using stuff up, right? Exactly. So we've got the tortillas that were in there. Now, I'm going to bake these. I don't have to bake them. I could fry them up if I wanted to. Anything. But we're putting some riced cauliflower and black beans. And I'm probably going to put way too much cheese in these, but I kind of want it to hold together. And we're going to put a little bit of chicken. Oops. Come on. There we go. And a little bit more of the rice and black beans on top to make a pocket. So I know I'm going to be murdering these when it comes to burritos and stuff, but that's all right. I just want something that's healthy. And this has got a lot of veggies in it. And tasty. Ta-da! It's not going to fit in that pan, though. I'm going to have to get a bigger one. There we go. So, like I said, the whole point was we want to use stuff up. And I can't use stuff up if I don't make the odd weird thing. And today, we're making a weird thing. Add some more chicken. A little bit more rice and beans. Oh, I didn't put as much cheese in this one. Let's put a little bit more cheese. There we go. Give it a roll. Give it a tug. Give it a fold. Give it a fold. Give it another roll. There we go. 2. Now I'm using old cheddar just because I love the flavor. I find old cheddar just to be that much better. Now I'm not putting any sauce or anything in them. No salsa. I'm just going to serve salsa with them. Because sometimes I put too much. Now, if I had an enchilada sauce, I would totally be putting enchilada sauce on these, but I don't have any. Like I said, these are so far from anything considered authentic anything. We just want stuff that tastes good. There we are. All right, let me move these over a little bit. And then the last little bit of this cheese I'm just going to put on the top. Once these are baked, I'm going to put them in the oven probably about, I don't know, 20 minutes, not very long. They will get cold between now and dinner, and then we'll just warm them up at actual dinner time. I could actually wait and heat them up later on, but I only get a half an hour lunch break, so this is why we prep before work. Alrighty, woohoo, these are done. So now, like I said, they're just basically baked burritos. And when we were ready to eat later on, I got one of my little jars of salsa, so we'll just put some salsa on top, we'll warm them up, eat them with a knife and fork. Mission accomplished. Dinner is ready. Lots of tasty veggies in there, of course, because we're using cauliflower instead of actual rice. Lots of protein. We got the black beans, we have the chicken, and of course our little bit of carbs. So it is basically a complete meal. If I wanted to, I could put salad beside and just have one. If you were feeding 4 people, just have one each and have some veggies. This, I'll probably only eat one. Fred will probably eat 2. I or Fred will have the last one for lunch tomorrow. Leftovers. It's all good stuff. Now we also have, don't spill it, Tammy. We also have the chicken stock there, and now this is still hot. I just put the strainer on a little plate. When this is cold, I'm going to ask Fred to pick the chicken off because he's got a lot more patience than I do. So the whole point is, how many meals can you get out of a chicken? For us, being a family of 2, I can actually get quite a few. Now, I still have chicken left. Some of it's going to go in the soup, plus what's being picked off the bones. The rest, we're going to make chicken salad sandwiches, and yeah, nice and easy. Maybe a dinner, maybe a lunch. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out later on. But the rest of that chicken's in the fridge, safely wrapped up, nice and cold. So, yep. Finished dinner. Smells good. Not bad. Alrighty. I gotta get my dinner into me and I gotta go back to work. Okay, we are on to the next meal with this chicken. And it's actually just simple lunch, chicken salad sandwiches. But check out what we've got to put on these sandwiches. Check it out. Okay, yes, I know they're not very big. They are actually little tiny Romas, but let me show you where they came from. So one thing Fred does is he always rescues some of the smaller tomatoes coming out of the garden. I mean, look, we even have cherry tomatoes coming. See these guys? But those Romas came off of this plant. Now, of course, they're in the window, so they struggle a bit, but we have a bunch more coming. Look at those. Isn't that fabulous? So, officially, this is dinner number 3. By the way, this last little bit, we're saving that for the soup. But, like I was saying, officially, this is dinner number 3. And this is just half of that one chicken breast. Now, for Fred, this is going to be meal number 5 with one chicken because he's been eating the leftovers. So he had the last of the burrito slash enchilada slash whatever you want to call that. He really liked it. It was seriously Fred approved to the point where he didn't realize it wasn't rice. He didn't know that we put riced cauliflower in it. So, yeah. Now, don't forget, we are only a family of 2. One small chicken like that, you're not going to get this many meals probably. But you can easily bulk up most of the meals that we make by using other things. So if you only have a little bit of chicken left after roasting a chicken and you want to make soup, you can do what we're going to do, add some dried beans. You'll see it. I haven't shown you yet. All right. Now, you could also bulk up chicken salad if you have some veggies. Add some onion, add some celery. You can do it like some chicken salad recipes you get with green grapes, which I admit I'm not a huge fan of that one. But this is more than enough for Fred and I to both have, well, I can probably get 3 sandwiches out of that, which is more than enough. And we're going to add our nice little tomatoes that we pulled from our garden on our sandwiches. I know. Nice and dark toast for Freddie. Chicken salad, make a mess. That's nothing new. Nothing cuter than putting little tiny slices of tomatoes on a chicken salad sandwich. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Lots of good tastiness. And then there's some left for me. Ta-da! Sandwiches. But essentially, this is technically meal number 5 out of this chicken for Fred. But only meal number 3 for me. Gotta love leftovers. Alrighty. We have 1 meal left out of this chicken. Well, here is our finished soup. So, yeah, lots of good chicken, lots of good beans. Now, if you needed this to go farther and add like different veggies, add some more water, add a chicken stock cube. This is more than enough for Fred and I for a really good hearty dinner. So, I put the lid on it. We will warm it up again when it's time to eat. Okay, so we're going to talk about the nasty word. We're going to talk about money. All right, so not really money per se, but let's talk about the chicken and the meals that we made. So that was, for our little family of 2, what I did with the chicken. Now for me, I made actually 4 meals. So we had the original cooked chicken, and then I just used the chicken legs and thighs, put barbecue sauce on them, had the veggies, great dinner. We also made the burritos. Now, of course, there's not a lot of chicken in those, but I also added extra protein by putting the black beans in. Now, I made 4 burritos. If you're a family of 4, 1 burrito each, have some veggies, have whatever, have a salad. That's a full meal for 4 people, that one little burrito. That was 1 chicken breast equivalent that I cut up and used for that. The chicken salad, the little leftovers, you know, because now we've pulled all the meat off the chicken. There's lots of little pieces left over. That was the equivalent of also 1 chicken breast. Now, to stretch that a little farther so everybody, say on a family of 4, could get a sandwich, add the chopped celery, add the chopped onions, stretch it out a little bit. It works well. Now the soup. All I did is I just boiled the bones. I just wanted a plain Jane chicken broth. That was it. But if you want to get more flavor, put the bones in the oven, throw a few onions and garlic, maybe some, ends of carrots, a couple of wilty carrots, some wilty celery, put it on a sheet pan and then get it nice and caramelized and brown and tasty. Throw all that in the pot and you can double the amount of stock just by adding the extra flavor. Now you got a great chicken stock, a little bit of leftover chicken that you've picked off the bones. Add some beans like we did, throw some carrots, do barley if you want, rice if you want. Pasta on a big pot of soup, I admit I don't really do because pasta goes mushy and, I don't like mushy pasta. I prefer to add the beans, the barley, and the veggies. But that's a personal preference. You do you. I do me, you do you. Works out great. So out of the 4 meals that I got, that was 8 servings. But Fred had leftovers for 3 days, which were full servings. So I got 11 servings out of one, we'll say $9 chicken. That's less than $1 a serving for one chicken. So now, raw chickens, if that's out of your budget, but you have like a Superstore or a Walmart or whatever, or if you're lucky enough to be close to a Costco, get a rotisserie chicken. I can't seem to say that word. Wow. Go get a rotisserie chicken. Usually about $12.99, $11.99, give or take, unless you live close to a Costco. So now Costco US, I think they're still $4.99, aren't they? Pretty sure in Canada they're $6.99. Either way, wicked good price. So if you know someone with a Costco card that doesn't mind you tagging along if you don't have your own, grab yourself 2 or 3 Costco chickens. Get them cold, cut them up if you want, do whatever you want. Do you have a food saver? Vacuum seal those things. They'll stick around in the freezer for quite a while. Anyway, guys, like I said, that's my spiel on the money side. But anyway, I like doing that to see what I can make out of one chicken. I've done that so many times. I've done so many different meals, and they all come out pretty tasty. So I'm really happy with it. Next time, though, I'm thinking I might make some chicken chili. I like chili. It's pretty good stuff. Okay, everybody, what do you guys do with your chicken? Kind of, looking for some new things. Leave me a comment, and I guess we'll see you next time as we continue our simpler life here on PEI. Bye for now.